everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by today. It is Wednesday the 9th of December. I'm on my way to work and I am outside the Ambassador site and they haven't cleared off yet, folks. There really isn't any massive updates or differences to show you since yesterday, except to say it's been totally cleared off. The crew's gone. There are a couple of things left. There's the jig lift that's still left. There's a little forklift scoopy thing over there. And there's one cabin that says greens on it. So that belongs to a different firm. And also the jig lift comes from Smith's Hire. Is that the one on Whitegate Drive? Smith's Equipment Hire. That's been there for years and years, if it's the same one. So Pete Marcus is totally left and cleared off. They've finished all their job, and I have to say they've done a fantastic job and they've done it really quickly. There's that little bits of brick running down there. That's a side wall from the Rutland, but as you can see from that treated wooden framework, that's very securely holding on that thick black plastic to protect that adjoining wall. And I know I filmed yesterday and they were more or less completely finished with the clear up. They were doing a little bit of just finishing off and scooping, and I did say I would film again today because I have got a few people that have said we want to see this through to the absolute finish, bitter end. Well folks, I think this is it, because if I come back tomorrow it's just going to look the same. The only difference that we could see will be when the fence is gone and when Smiths have picked up their cherry picker jig lift, and when that's actually a Pete Marcus machine. That I didn't think it was, so that is actually one of theirs. You can see the name there. Well, you can't see it because the stupid camera won't focus. Come on, camera, focus. There you go, you can see the name there. So that is one of Pete Marcus's machines. So you have the jig lift that belongs to Smiths. You've got this, looks like a forklift tractor. I don't know how else to describe it, which clearly belongs to Pete Marcus. The fantastic contractors that have pulled this hotel down in absolutely no time at all. And then you've got the cabin. So that is all that is left on this side, everybody. I did think they were going to do something with the rest of that wall. I thought they would be taking that down, that bit there, and clearing up that, and pulling that bit down, so that instead of going down at an angle would go down flush with the side of the building. But it looks like not. That looks like they're done now, and I never actually found out what the end building was. Was it an old cellar? Was it an old bunker? Is it some kind of old storeroom? We know it got filled in at some point because when they were pulling it down you could see it was completely filled in with earth and soil. Somebody did ask if there was a basement underneath, and my answer to that is, personally I don't know, because I don't really have any knowledge on building structure, but at a very logical guess, I would say no, there was no cellar or basement, because when I watched the George being pulled down, the George did have a basement area at the front, because as they took the ground floor off on the bottom of the floor, you could see the basement down underneath, and a lot of the bricks and rubble and hardcore, they filled the basement, the old basement rooms up. So whilst the George did have a basement, I actually don't think this place did. That's a bit of the floor. With the floors on there, that is an adjoining room. Well, you see that, looking at that for a join, and you can vaguely see it running down there under the mud. So that would have gone around this little structure that was in the corner, and it looks really thick. That's why that leads me to believe that that could indeed have been a bomb shelter. If you have any information or knowledge or reason to think I'm either right or wrong, please, obviously, feel very free to let me know that in the comments. So that is the Ambassador, everybody. The only time I'm going to come here and film again is when the fence is gone and when everything's gone, so I have that last bit of closure video just to complete the series out. But other than that, I don't really see there's any point filming here again unless anything specific happens. I mean, say if that sheeting fell off, or I mean, I definitely don't want it to fall off, obviously, that would be a disaster. Or if they start to do something with that last bit of wall or that bit of brickwork there. I just wait till that focuses. It will focus, it just takes a while. People say they do like these close-ups. There's a pigeon. Hello, Mr. Pigeon. But people do like the close-ups down there. So when I'm walking past here tomorrow, I probably won't film anything because there won't really be anything new to show you. The only way I would film is if something happened, like if the fences are gone, or if the final machines are gone, or if there's any other developments. And obviously if they start building anything on the site, I will start filming that build so people can see that as well. So there you go. I think that qualifies as me sticking with this till the very end, because there's been lots of people that have said they want to see the entire thing through to the end, to where the site